don't know what's going on. Yo, it's your girl Pookie. It's your boy Pookie. Check it out. We get things started. But what I needed to do was I needed to show you guys what and why all my tattoos and what they mean. Because this is how we doing it. You guys having a good time? We are here for XXX story time. I am Pookie, and we're going to put it down. But I have hijacked the show for the first few minutes because I needed to tell you guys a few things. I needed to explain why I have so many tattoos, okay? Like this one right here. Wait, oh, this one right here. That's half a wing because half of my friend is not here. Right here are my full wings with love. Right here. Oh no, right here, right, yeah. Those are gunshots. Those are all the people I killed, and I'm a Sagittarius, so that's the Sag right there. You know what I'm saying? And then this is how we doing it. So guys, I hope you guys are having a good time. We're about to read Watermelon Man. We've got a bunch of different individuals coming up, but we making it happen. And I'm losing my mind in this elevator. What do I have to do to get out of here? What do I have to do for you guys to understand that Jesus is on my side? I got wings, okay, to turn around the snakes. But let me tell you something. My biggest problem is I got issues, man. My issues are people don't understand that I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude, okay? But everybody wants to, assume just because I got all these tattoos that, I'm a thug. I might have done some things back in the day. I might have robbed somebody, might have been a grandmama, great-grandmama, I might have got your sister pregnant, 2-3 times, But I'm still a good guy, you know what I'm saying? Because Pookie understands what the streets need, you know what I'm saying? And the streets need XXX Storytime and Watermelon Man. And we're going to bring that to you. But what all Pookie's telling you, you know what? God, shh. I got a secret. Pookie was one of the first cats that did the crack-demic in New York. That's right. See these numbers right there? Right there. There they go. There they go. Right there. Right there. That's 142nd to 7. I was putting it down. I was slinging before Jay-Z and Nas and all of them. Biggie, 10 Crack Commandments. He stole that from me. You think I'm lying? Ask him. Oh, you can't ask him. Too soon? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I'm about to, here's the deal. Let's see. This is what Pookie do. Let's do this. Pookie's here. Pookie wants you to understand that we're about to have a great time. You understand? We're about to show you why Jerome, Simba, and a couple other cats, have some issues, okay? But I have issues. Yeah, I am literally like 5 days sober. Well, 5 days no liquor. But you know how we do what we do. We make it happen, okay? So as I'm sitting out here doing my thing, right? I'm slanging. I got my hoes over here. I got my peeps over here. I got bricks over here. I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? You know the movie Juice? That was done for Pookie. I ran 142nd and 7th Ave. You know what I'm saying? Alpo and AZ, they ain't had nothing on me. Nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was the first motherfucker that had a grill. I brought grills to Harlem. Y'all don't understand what Pookie... do you want me to really tell you why they got me in the elevator? Because they don't want me to come out and tell you more what's going on. What's really happening up in these streets? How I put it down? How I was slanging, making more money than when with the American gangster Denzel. He's like, wow. I'm gonna do my best Denzel right now. I can't do Denzel because I'm Pookie. Okay, and I'm off crack now. Crack's a dangerous thing, but you know what? Crack was lovely. Let me tell you something. Now I think about hold on. I'm just thinking about how good crack was, how good it felt to be a crackhead. Oh, Lord. Yeah, crack was big. Crack was big when the Latin Quarter and Biggie, and not Biggie, Biz Markie was doing his thing, We were big and big, that's, But Alpo and AZ, they ran me up out of there, They was like, yo, look, you making too much money. You know what I'm saying? They was like the snake. They was like, we know you the snake. We know you gonna stab us. And let me tell you something. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, I kill them all. You know what I'm saying? This is my killer hand. I got the gun. I got the knife. I got the jackhammer. I kill them all. That's what I do because I'm Pookie. What you got? What you got going on? What you doing? What you saying? So all I'm saying is,
Pookie? Pookie?
What's going on? What's the problem?
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay because
I mean, I can tell.
spinning around and still trying to figure out what's going. It's hot up in here. It's 900 degrees, and you want to know if I'm okay? No, I'm not.
Am I stuck?
See, that's what happens to you fake California chicks. You know what I'm saying? You get stuck on stupid. You know what I'm saying? So now you get stuck. So now I'm stuck in the elevator by myself again. Now I gotta wait for. You see, you know what? You know how hard it is out here for a pimp to have to keep waiting for chicks, waiting for bitches all day long because they ain't doing what they supposed to do. I should have slapped her when she came here for being late. But you know what? I'm trying to be respectful. But you know, these hoes out here, it's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? And then she want to know if something wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong because I can't get you bitches straight. I can't put you in check. I can't make you understand that I am running this. You know what? Let me see. You know, is the elevator going down? No, it ain't going down. Because we stuck. Because we stuck on stupid. Because you ain't understanding what I got going on. You not understanding how I'm about to shoot this mother up. You not understanding how I'm about to turn it out. She want to know if something's wrong. Yeah, you know what's wrong? I ain't got no watermelon. That's what's wrong. I'm in here without Simba. I'm in here without Jerome. That's what's wrong. And let me tell you right now, what they don't understand is after today, I'm disappearing.
Don't disappear.
I'm disappearing. I'm disappearing. I'm disappearing because
But
the world ain't ready for Pookie, man. I'm out here. I'm trying to share the world with everybody, and nobody's listening. Whatever. So you know what?
I'm listening to you, Pookie. I'm right here. I hear you.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
You know what? Let me just get this show started, okay? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is XXX Storytime with apparently Pookie and friends. I'm your hostess, though, Queen X, and we have an amazing story for you tonight. But I want to remind you this is XXX Storytime, so don't forget the wine. Get your bottles up tonight. We thugging it out tonight because we're going to step a little bit away from the romance and we're going to get into the real, okay? This particular story, Watermelon Man Syndrome, that we're going to get into tonight, let me tell y'all, it's XXX, but for a whole nother reason. But before we even get into that, I want to introduce Queen Kwani up in here. How you doing? And then we also have Desmond Jackson. How you doing?
Hey.
Thank you guys for joining in. I want everybody to introduce themselves. Wait, where did Pookie go? You know what? When Pookie come back, we're gonna put Pookie back on. But in the meantime, Queen Kwani, tell us who you are, what you do.
About me in general, hi, my name is Queen Kwani. I'm a actress, poet, singer, songwriter, and I'm here, you know. Well, wait. When I get into character.
Sure. No. As you can see, we bring
my privilege is showing.
We're bringing it, y'all, with the characters. I always encourage everybody that participates to really get into it. But you know, this was actually a really tough story to cast this time around because I could not find a guy for the life of me to read. And that's why we have Desmond here coming to the rescue. Say hi to everybody. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Desmond, and I'm a filmmaker out here in LA. I write, direct, I produce, and yeah, I love telling creative stories and stories that about Black people and the Black community. So yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Normally before we start a show. Oh, I think Pookie's back. Hey, what's up, Pookie?
Yo, so brother can't go drain the weasel. So you are just
yes, you can.
I can't drain the weasel. What's the problem, yo? What's the deal?
Hey, look, we just wanted to make sure you was around. You was renting, so we wanted to make sure.
Yeah, whatever. Yo, so this is what I'm gonna do. I say I'm running slow, right? Let me back out and come back, and then are we gonna start?
Yeah, we're gonna start. I also have. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. So let me.
You may not see me, but at least you can hear me. So we have Mr. Solomon here. I know he's like, what the hell is going on? Why is everybody looking all weird? He's helping me as well, you guys, to kind of bring this story to life. Again, I'm very, very, very appreciative of everybody that's here. Um, it looks like my picture might be frozen, so I'm going to go ahead and stop my camera. But if you can still hear me, just comment in the boxes. Let me know what's up. This is what happens when you overuse your laptop and your fan be weird. But anyways, so tonight we're going to be reading again Watermelon Man Syndrome, as you can see in the queue at the bottom. But we didn't get a chance to meet Mr. Solomon St. Germain. So can you please introduce yourself?
Solomon St. Germain, the poet St. Germain. Um, I'm a reader, writer, poet, rapper, songwriter, and I like doing voices and stuff like that. So I'm just glad to be a part. Glad I can help out.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I definitely appreciate the support. Y'all have no idea. This was quite the day for this story. So I'm grateful for everybody. But we're not gonna hold y'all any longer.
Hey, yo, I need to introduce myself.
Pookie, you had whole 2 hours to rent, man. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, Pookie. Introduce yourself, Pookie.
Hey, my name is Cassandra Calloway, and I'm playing the character of Pookie. Okay? I'm a DJ, I'm an artist, I'm a comedian, and I'm a host on the red carpet. This is what I do for XXX Storytime. Hey! Yeah. What up?
Yeah. She went from Crusade to Pookie. I'm with it. I'm with it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. Everybody, we're going to have our cameras up. We're going to be our characters, and we're going to deliver to you guys Watermelon Man Syndrome. It's in my book, Hidden Moments. And Desmond, go ahead and start. Friday morning.
I don't have the script up. I'm just making that plan. But I'm trying to log into my laptop, but it's giving me hell right now. But, please go ahead. I'm not trying to stop.
Sweet, I'll go ahead and start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Watermelon Man syndrome is an identity disorder in which a person of color excessively reinvents themselves by changing mannerisms, speech, behaviors, appearances, and the like, in an often subconscious effort to appear less threatening, more approachable, and therefore acceptable to mainly their white counterparts. Watermelon Man syndrome is the number one leading cause of social schizophrenia in the people of color, especially those who populate the American workforce. Friday morning, between 7:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning, the glass doors to King and Lee accounting services revolved incessantly. Swarms of neutral-colored suits with 5-foot-something men in them trickled into the 5-story building in groups. The early birds, the right-on-timers, and I can come in anytime executives and account managers, respectively. Jerome Washington Jr., though he would love the option to come in either right on time or in the late in the morning, he came in with the early birds.
Jerome, I'm sorry. Blacks have to work twice as hard as everyone else just to make it, baby.
Jerome's mother would say. Like every morning, he would come into the building with his credentials, click to his blazer, and get the once-over from the Hispanic security guard. It was a look that always seemed to suspect Jerome out of place. It was the guard's job to only allow people with badges beyond a certain point. It was in his job description to ensure his sector was secure and occupied by those with proper clearance. Jerome had been one of those people for almost a year, and while most of his white and Asian peers would get a smile and a welcoming nod from Mad Dog the security guard, as Jerome would call him, he would get a scowl and a thorough, hard look up and down. At first, Jerome chalked it up to him being a new face, and perhaps Mad Dog needed time to recognize him like he did everyone else with tenure. After a year, though, Jerome was sure enough time had passed for Mad Dog to recognize one of a handful of black people that worked in the entire building.
This motherfucker right here!
Pookie started to get riled up. He was always down with the Browns, so when one of his own treated him like a leper, he had something to say about it. Like when Jerome had dated Helena Sanchez for 5 months in high school. But when her big brother Juan asked her who Jerome was to her, she told him they were just friends. Or like when Jerome decided to buy black and got treated like he was a broke bum, but saw a white woman get the smiles, corny jokes, and best practices. Pookie hated that shit.
motherfucker battle. This motherfucker right here better watch who he's looking up and down like a nigga don't work here.
Jerome got into the elevator and rubbed his temples.
Yeah, whatever my ass. That's a bitch right there doing bitch nigga shit, and you know it. Fucking discriminating ass punk, hiding behind his light skinned brown like he ain't one of those white boys. He better act like he know he's a nigga to them, even if he's just saying next to me like coochie coochie.
The elevator stopped at the second floor, letting a couple people escape the awkward silence that settled in as the doors closed. Jerome still had 3 floors to go, and the elevator was packed. He looked around, sure that people could hear Pookie rant, and tried to shush the commotion in his head.
Can't see the motherfucking script, y'all.
Oh.
I said that at the beginning of the whole shit.
Nah, we was trying to give you some time. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'll read for Jerome right now, unless Desmond can knock it out.
It's really not open.
Yeah, I can read from Jerome.
For Jerome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Man,
cool.
Right.
I'm just gonna say, Solomon, I'm gonna take you out, and then you'll still be here, but check the private chat and let me know when you ready to go. We can take you in the next half.
Okay.
And action.
Man, he's just doing his job. He checks for everybody's ID. That doesn't mean he's racist or discriminating.
Yeah, he's doing his job. He's checking for everybody's bag? Okay. Just tell me the last time when you saw him look at Nakamura or Gomez up and down like they don't work here. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Acting like they're about to steal something.
Jerome cleared his throat and glanced at the small Asian woman in the corner. He wondered if she could hear Pookie, the no-holds-barred product of systematic victimization. Jerome smiled back, trying to quiet his thoughts, as he recognized a familiar discomfort settled on the woman's face. Pookie's voice rang loudly between his ears.
They all looking at you out the corner of their eyes! They all looking at you like you don't fucking belong here!
Fuck, man.
Yeah, fuck them bitches!
No. No.
The audio went out on you, Pookie.
No.
Oh my god. Oh man, this is great. Let's just keep going, y'all. Let's just keep going. Narrator, go ahead.
Jerome looked over at the woman. She seemed shifty, tapping her foot impatiently, gripping her phone, Starbucks cup and purse strap all night, as if she was just seconds from either running or being robbed. Jerome caught her gaze.
I ain't Jerome.
Boo bitch, what you see?
Wait.
Jerome ignored Pookie and the woman's insecurities and faced forward. The elevator stopped on the 4th floor where the woman made her exit. Standing at 6 feet and 2 inches, Jerome's stature was nothing spectacular where he grew up. The men always wanted him on their team for pickup games on the basketball court, and the women always wanted to climb, cuddle, and look up to him. The hood was full of brown people that looked like him. In the hood, he was a normal, average guy, but the hood was changing. He lived off of Hyde Park in Chester in his grandmother's house most of his life. Black boys with homemade motorbikes roamed the streets. OGs blasted music from Cadillacs and Impalas. Ice cream trucks would pass every half hour. Life never seemed too difficult when you didn't count the food stamps, the jelly sandwiches, holy socks, and pay less shoes. It didn't matter because it was the hood. It was his hood. and he blended in. After almost 3 decades later, the neighborhood started to change. Jerome began to stand out. White boys could be seen skateboarding the streets at night. White women were walking their dogs at the park. Mom and pop restaurants, once staples in the community, began to disappear one by one. Gentrification was well on its way, and Jerome could tell it was beginning to stake its flag when Chipotle chains could be found erected in unusual places. What used to be his home, a place where he found his identity, waned under the prowess of power economics. His only solution was to make more money to hold on to his tiny piece of the home he once knew so well. King and Lee was supposed to make him the money he needed to fight for his piece of the pie. The elevator finally made it on the fifth floor, and everyone left in the car filed out. Jerome zigzagged his way to his cubicle, ready for another day of numbers, clients, and phone calls. Even though his desk was a straight shot that passed the break room, he liked to avoid it. That was where water cooler politics, where Best and his supervisor, Julia Ginsburg, would begin her mornings. Her routine included a fresh cup of coffee from the Keurig machine she heavily regulated, a small cup of fruit, office chit chat with other supervisors, and micromanaging everyone else. She was a controlling woman who was known for saying inappropriate things and for messing her way out of admitting fault. After a necessary sensitivity training, Julia toned down her sexist, racist tendencies, but whenever she felt the need to show off her tolerance, Jerome became the subject of her attention, as if being nice to him was proof that she was caring. This morning, however, meandering through the aisles could not save him. He was a tall black man in a suit and dreadlocks. Standing out from his peers was all too easy to do, and just as he was about to make it to the safety of his three-walled haven, Julia spotted him, and she exited the break room, coffee and fruit in hand.
Jer!
Julia called out to him from across the room, waving her hand and paying him no mind to the many employees who looked up. Her voice was shrill compared to the relatively quiet ambience. Jerome kept his head down and hurried to his seat, pretending to not hear her. He hated her nickname for him. Placing his briefcase down, he unbuttoned his blazer and turned on his computer. Before he could get settled, Julia appeared.
Morning, Jer.
It's Jerome, she-devil. Good morning, Julia. Jerome replied a bit louder than intended. He could not let Simba speak. Simba was bound to get fired one day. Julia gave him a questioning look.
You mean Mrs. Ginsburg?
She responded, still holding her faux smile in place. Sure. Jerome matched her expression and waited for her to continue.
Right. Well, Jer, I've received a complaint against you, and it's really no big deal, but the issue needs to be addressed.
What issue? Julia beckoned him to walk with her. As he followed her to her office a few feet away, she explained.
Well, Chad, the finance supervisor, informed me that a few of your peers have a problem with you wearing that.
Julia pointed to a black pen clipped to the pocket of Jerome's shirt. It read BLN in bold, white letters.
My pen.
I'm so sorry. I lost the page. My pen. Well, yes. We try to make sure everyone feels comfortable at Kings and Lee. And your pen suggested some political views that make some of us feel uncomfortable. You know, we like to keep away from the social politicians from our office. You don't mind, do you?
Julia was still smiling.
My pen.
Yes.
Jerome stopped a few steps from our office door and looked around. On the shelves and cubicle walls, he found a Make America Great Again cap, an American flag, a medium-sized chrome model of some sort of firearm, and a framed photo of Jesus Christ, among other things. He wondered just how offended one could be by his small pen when there were other things people could complain about. Jerome turned and looked at Julia. His eyebrows furrowed. Disbelief and confusion colored his face. So what, Black lives don't matter? Jerome remained silent and followed Julia into her office, closing the door behind him. She sat her breakfast fruit on her desk and took her seat, never once letting go of her Starbucks.
Look, we just don't want anyone to feel threatened in any way. That's all. You understand that, right?
I understand completely. Jerome simply stared at his supervisor and nodded slowly. I understand that if a black man says Black Lives Matter, Whitey feels threatened because Whitey knows that if he keeps up a system that allows murderers of the innocent to go free.
Oh, shit. So, my bad. Just to be clear, Julia, you want me to not wear a Black Lives Matter pin on my shirt?
It's Mrs. Ginsburg, by the way, but yes. Or anything, actually, yes.
In the middle of Black History Month.
Well, sure. We are an equal opportunity employer. Of course we don't look down on one celebrating his culture. I mean, if your pen said, "Whoa, calm down forever," and had a picture of Martin Luther King Jr., it will be totally acceptable. It's just, well, you know, a named terrorist group, it's probably not the best thing to flaunt in the office setting.
It's Wakanda, cracker, not Wakanda.
It's not a terrorist group, I assure you. I think anyone with common sense would know that much at least, right?
Well, of course. I did say it was a named terrorist group. I didn't give it that name. I'm an ally for your rights of your people. And everyone's really. Did you know I went to the Million Man March last year? It was powerful.
Jerome looked at her incredulously. This bitch. Please shut her sleepy sheep ass down.
It's just the pen jar. No biggie, right? You can do this for me, yeah? Chad and the rest of your peers just want peace.
It was just a mixed CD, just a cigarette, just a traffic stop. It was only a case of mistaken identity, just a false accusation, just a drink and some skills. It's just gonna be my fist in your mouth right about now.
Sure. For you, Julia?
Jerome replied, carefully choosing the appropriate words. Why are you saving this white woman, Jerome? She can't even get your name right. And you know you're her Toby, and you're just gonna let that slide. Brother?
Great, sure. I knew you would get it. And it's Mrs. Ginsburg, by the way.
Sorry about that. Can't hear a word. Y'all, ain't nobody, it's my turn or something? Oh, it's Jerome, by the way.
Julia forced a smile
Is
and
that my
motioned
line? I'm on the wrong page. I can't hear shit no more.
Yeah, this is fucking hilarious.
Yo, it's terrible when you can't hear nothing.
Yo, okay, wait. Look, let me let Desmond read his last part of this first part, then we just go chit chat for a second.
Yo, this is really fucking difficult. Not like reading, but trying to ignore every motherfucking thing else and give it your undivided attention is very hard. There's 1,000 phone calls, 1 trillion texts, and 1 million blips on the fucking screen while I'm looking at the.
Sorry. Just like you people to make excuses excuses.
Go ahead, Desmond. Finish the last part for me.
I don't know why I'm not even getting it through my headphones right now.
Julia
Come
forced a
on,
smile and
motherfuckers.
motion towards the door.
Give me the headphone back. That was
Gladly, Jerome got up and left. Needing to collect his thoughts, he took the long way to his cubicle to stop at a restaurant. He happened to glance at the girl's cubicle next to the restaurant. Right in the window was a bumper sticker that read, "Black Lives Matter." The girl was white.
Damn, son, the girl was white though. Like, sheesh, that's was cray. Yo, I do want to again for everybody watching, I need y'all to understand that a live reading performance, it looks easy, you know, because it's like, oh, they just reading. But it's actually a lot that goes into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think it's just, I'm going to open a book and read. Nah, man, like, we got people on here that are, you know, they're actors or they're writers or they're singers. And a lot of the people that actually do these live readings aren't actually actors. And yet they take the time out to bring stories like this to life. So I just want to bring kudos to anybody that's on here that have been on here that is brave enough to try something new. You know what I mean? Like, this really isn't easy. Like Simon said, like, this it look easy, but it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? So
This hard as hell. Yo, dude. I was so stressed. I got another tattoo while I was gone. I got my nose pierced. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's like this is the first time I done stuff like this, and I'm like, I'm not trying to stress.
But you all in though. But you all in, and I appreciate it. I'm with it. She giving me all Pookie vibes.
So I got a question because we chit chatting right now, right?
Yeah,
Can I go out like this tomorrow, like just to see?
I mean, I would love to see you like really take. Matter of fact, I think you should take over my Instagram and just go out as Pookie.
Word, like
nope. Instagram takeover all day tomorrow. Introducing Pookie to the world.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know how comfortable I want to get with this character. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you might catch a case as Pookie.
Right now,
yo,
grabbing my crotch and ain't nothing there. Like, I ain't realize how hard it was to be a dude. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Solomon, you was gonna say something?
Yeah, I don't know what was up with my headphones, and then like I got a phone call. I was using the headphones to do the thing, and then the phone call came, and it's like I don't ever use them.
Jerome, no more excuse. Don't make me slap you in your bald ass head. No more excuse. Right? Come on, let's do this, man. Don't make me come back.
That's funny, Pookie. But find the door, Pookie, and knock that fucking shit off with me. Straight up.
But yeah, so we're gonna keep it going. We still got one more half to go. If you guys are watching this is Watermelon Man Syndrome. This is a short story that I wrote. It's in my book. It's available on Amazon or worldstagepress.org. Worldstage is a Black-owned indie press, so please buy from them if you can, and you know, fuck Amazon. But anyways. Yeah, so let's get back into it. I'm going to go ahead and start narrating Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. I don't even know where that is. That's on page 11?
Page 12.
Page 12, all right.
Starts with
Friday afternoon. That's me. All right, I used to be black. I used to be down. I used to be about that life. That stand tall and be a black king life. I was never the color black, but I was American black. Black like having your cousin back, as Andre 3000 would say. I used to be. I used to be able to connect and relate to things outside of me. I used to be able to speak and be heard. I used to be someone people feared and respected. I used to be what all would envy. I used to be black. I used to be me.
Jerome!
A perky, bright voice perturbed his woeful thinking. Hannah McLaren was sitting in front of Jerome, his Avion and his quinoa salad. His eyes, a mix of green and brown, refocus on the freckle-faced redhead in front of him. Her pale skin unnaturally tans to a sort of beige-like bronze. Hannah's gray eyes sparkled as she tried to get Jerome's attention. The two friends were enjoying a healthy lunch at a small local gym not far from Santa Monica Beach.
Hey,
Hannah slapped her hand on the table, making Jay blink.
wake up, Jay. Did you hear what I said?
Jerome nodded, sipped his Avion, and glanced at the table directly behind Hannah. Her demand for his attention was loud enough to catch the ear of a trio of black people who turned their eyes to the crazed white girl. They all had the look old school moms would put on to warn their misbehaved kids to calm that man's down right now.
You sure?
Yeah. Go on. I'm listening. I'm just taking it all in.
Hannah smiled and continued to talk and eat. Despite his claims, Jerome tuned out again as he watched eyes roll and heads shake. The trio sported afros and jewelry made from nature things, clearly woke and full of black power, and together looked like some kind of Afro-American flag with orange, green, red, and black attire. Their mumbles of disapproval at Jerome's friend made their opinion evident. He looked away and tried to put aside his need to be seen as a capable man in the eyes of his own people.
They probably think I'm a sellout just because I'm out here in Santa Monica at a cafe with a white girl, a quinoa salad, and a bottle of Evian.
Well, that sounds like you took a dip in the mayonnaise, my brother. Well, hell, you nose deep in it.
Simba answered, much to Jerome's dismay.
Shut the hell up, man. Ain't nobody drowning in the mayonnaise. I like what I like, and I can't stand mayonnaise. Why should I have to prove my blackness?
Hannah was saying,
You're just so amazing, you know? I can really see us working out.
just then a slender, tan woman with a head full of long black and blonde braids waltzed by the cafe. It was an image strange to Jerome and the trio of black people in front of him who noticed her too. An unspoken consensus of distaste settled on almost every black person near. It was on the faces of passing pedestrians, patrons, an Uber driver, and the bus boys, but no one said anything, except Simba.
Well, look at that. A white woman with so-called box braids. She knows that style does not look good on her. Her hair looks out of place on her own damn head.
Yo, chill.
Who is she trying to be, I wonder? Beyonce? Got all these women gassed up, even the white ones. She should have put a disclaimer on formation that said, for coloreds only.
Jerome chuckled out loud as the woman, obliviously attention, sauntered out of his peripheral.
What? What's so funny?
Nothing. You were saying?
He was great at giving divided attention when his mind got too active with the voices. Pretending to be present in a conversation with people like Hannah became a skill he developed the first time he met Simba, one of his other selves. Simba always seemed to show up with advice Jerome's dad would probably give him if he were alive.
You are a black male.
Jerome's father would remind him.
That makes you the most hunted species in this country, son. The man you want. His woman want you. The man want you. His woman want you. Our sisters want you. Half of our brothers are conditioned to want to hate on you or kill you. Everybody's going to want a piece of you, Jay. So you got to protect your neck, son. Remember that.
Simba was there to protect his pride, his masculinity, and his peace once Jerome Sr. passed. Still, he kept Simba suppressed until he was around his own. Simba could only relate to the woke, but he was way too eager to announce his blackness as if he had something to prove. Suppressing the voices wasn't easy when his thoughts were in overdrive, and they were always in overdrive because his triggers were everywhere. They were in slave films, news reports, microaggressions, and liberal white folks. They were most present when he was approached by other people of color that suffered from the insanity that derived from what he dubbed Watermelon Man Syndrome. It was in the folks who changed their name to sound less ethnic because people didn't care enough to say it properly. It was in the folks who bleached their skin to fit in. It was in the folks who hated melanin as if they didn't have any. It was in the women who would never go a day with their natural hair in the sunlight. It was in the men who only dated outside of the black race. It was in the women who had to swallow their pride and emotions just to avoid the angry black woman label. It was in the folks who claimed hashtag light skin like it's a trophy. These were the victims of WMS. Some willingly contracted the disease, but those that had no clue that they were suffering were the worst. They truly believed in the fallacy that colored their outlook on life. These were the folks who surrounded themselves with allies of other cultures and truly believed that should a war ever ensue between the races, their allies would stand behind them because they are right or deserve justice. Jerome knew, even with all his white well-wishers, Asian friends, and Mexicali homies, that they would always choose power whenever given the chance, and obtaining power meant standing by white folks. Jerome would fantasize about the day black people would sacrifice power for justice, money and fame for unity and inner peace, selfishness and independence for family and community. Jerome was sure that day would never grace his generation. Instead, he and others like him, these victims of WMS, will live out their days coping with having to decide which version of black they get to be in order to stay alive by appeasing and massaging the great white fear of extinction. Accepting his fate did his emotional disposition no favors, and reminders of how crippling his blackness could be was hard to escape. They would sprout up at the most inconvenient of times, which was almost all of the time.
Even though it might be weird at first, because of the interracial thing, but I think we can make it.
Make it?
What I've been saying this whole time, Jay. I want to be with you.
We're having lunch right now, and Jerome chuckled.
Stop joking. I'm serious. I see us being good together, like as a couple.
Hannah put her hand on his. It was a gesture he had seen in movies and one he wished would stay on the silver screen. Jerome considered Hannah a close acquaintance. A true friendship seemed an ocean away with Hannah and most of his other white peers, so romance with her seemed an unlikely catastrophe trying to birth itself. He could let out his inner rock star, talk sports or politics, and enjoy a round of golf or beers with his white friends. But he was far from naive to think they would truly and wholly accept him for the man he had become in all of his blackness, without the charge of being their black friend. Jerome slid his hand from under hers to grab his Avion and took a long swig after offering a frail excuse to avoid Hannah's question. His throat was dry. In the silence he created as Hannah awaited a response to her proposal, his consciousness flashed stories of how girls like her could make or break a black man. From Emmett Till to Kanye West, tales of the white woman synonymous with danger for a black man surfaced more times than he or any white woman would care to admit. Despite the false claims, unnecessary drama, and wild predicaments these so-called trophy wives may bring to a black man, many still believe that having a non-black woman on his arm was a sign of prestige. Jerome was not one of those men.
Hannah, you're asking if we could date, like full on in a committed relationship.
Well, yeah, Jerome. I like you. I always have.
The table behind her, still populated by the black trio, suddenly got quiet as they eavesdropped shamelessly. Suddenly, Jerome was in a spotlight he always tried to avoid. Holding the title of token black guy in real life was difficult to do when confronted with a situation that could cost him a white alliance or his black card. Truthfully, he valued both. As a born-in member of the American black community, his black card subscription maintained a constant sense of identity in a world with thriving systems designed to upset the stability of his existence. Despite his sworn-in by skin status, there was a nagging, constant state of curiosity about white people shit. Growing up with whites, Hispanics, Asians, and blacks, Jerome had experienced many types of women in high school and college, but he had never actually dated a white girl before. Jerome and Hannah looked at each other in silence. The black trio was still staring, and more pointedly with each passing minute, waiting to respond accordingly to his response.
Jerome?
Hannah asked, nervous now because of the awkward silent space between them.
Yeah, I'm processing.
What, what is there to process? I'm hot. You're sexy AF. Two beautiful, sexy people should be together.
The black trio, a quiet yet intense audience, rolled eyes, shook heads, and face palms. Jerome squinted his eyes to keep from having the same reaction. From the group, Jerome could read lips muttering, "Is this girl for real?"
I mean, we're already friends. What's so wrong with taking the next step? We can be like Kanye and Kim K.
She said Kim K.
Yeah, I mean, she's more glamorous than me. But I see how you look at me. I know we're just friends right now. And you probably didn't want to say anything to ruin what we already have. It's okay. I think of, as you more than a friend.
Really?
His sarcasm went unnoticed on Hannah's radar.
Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about us a lot lately. Your chocolate, my vanilla. A chocolate vanilla swirl, baby. Oh, she would be so cute. But that can be way down the line.
Right. Of course.
Just then, Hannah's phone rang. Ring, 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 ring. She excused herself from the table to take the call, and Jerome decided to use the extra time to consult his guides, Pookie and Simba.
The nigga in me is seeing an opportunity here.
My brother, fight the temptation. White pussy is just pussy. You can get the same thing from a sister. Just stay black.
Yo, I'm the nigga in you. And I say, fuck the bitch.
Yo, besides the pussy, Hannah's a white girl with bread. That means perks for your boy, connections and whatnot.
But to what end are these means?
Simba, with all due respect, man, yo, shut the fuck up. With all that Shakespeare shit, we just want to smash, not build a tribe with the bitch.
But she did mention having a baby with her ass.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! No, strap up. Smash up. No babies, no drama.
She'll trap you, brother, and take you for all your ends. That's how these white women do.
Man, that's how women do, period. I mean, that's women, period. That's what women do.
Damn right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But still, don't do it. You're already swimming in the mayonnaise. Don't drown in it, brother.
Shit. I like to poke around in her mayonnaise. Once, twice.
Man, shut up. Shut the hell up with your mayo shit. No fucking mayonnaise.
Jerome said out loud under his breath as Hannah made her way back to the table.
Jerome, are you done thinking about it?
She asked, sitting back down.
What do you say? Don't you want to be a sexy ass couple with me? Our friends will just die.
Hannah, why do you want to be with me?
Well, like I said, I like you and I want more with you, you know?
No, I don't. Do you even know me?
Well, that's silly. Of course I know you. I wouldn't want to date a total stranger.
I mean, do you really know me?
Jerome squinted his eyes. A certain seriousness muted everyone around him, and every voice in his head became one. That's supposed to be you, but it's not written right.
Script is
So, what you're gonna tell me that you're some sort of player? You have some secret kink I don't know about? I can be your naughty girl. You see me twerk. Remember Kendall's party?
Indeed, Jerome did remember her performance to Nicki Minaj's Anaconda at a recent mansion party. Jerome remembered thinking that it wasn't half bad with her Daisy Dukes on, the kind that leave a soft little lump of booty meat hanging past the shredded hems. Still, watching her swing her butt, two braids and arms back and forth to a hip hop song just felt wrong. He couldn't escape the thought that as her tongue stuck out, making that Atlanta do it to it face, the image in her mind's eye was of some black girl with black girl magic doing it 100 times better, and the thought that this was considered acting black. Was she doing it to rebel against her whiteness? Was the show made in jest, like some ostentatious jig to get her people's approval for how well she could pull off black style? Was she just having fun? Who was he or anyone else to tell her how to dance?
I remember Kendall's party, but no, I'm not some weirdo pervert or anything.
You're not like in a gang or anything. Have you killed someone? Stolen something? I can help you.
No, Hannah.
Oh my god. Are you gay?
What the fuck, Hannah?
Well, then what are you talking about, Jay?
Hannah, I'm black.
Well, I can see that. I'm white, you're black, so what?
Don't you think we should be with people who understand us the most?
I don't see color. If that's what you're implying, I totally see myself loving a black man.
Well, see, that's just it. I can't see myself adding more social pressures to my life by dating a white girl. It's problematic.
Well, that's racist, Jay. Jesus. I didn't know you hated biracial couples and white people. Why are we even friends then if you can't love a white person?
You can't go putting words in my mouth. I just said it's problematic, not incorrect. I love everybody.
Everybody except me, right? The white girl?
Hannah, let me put it to you this way so you can understand.
The black trio made it no secret they were tuning in now.
I'm black. I'm also male. There's a narrative I could recant to you about the black male experience in America, the one with the three Ks in the spelling. But you know that story. I know that story too, along with the rest of the entire world. So I'm not going to repeat it. That narrative is the blood of my environment and has embedded inside me an existence of many divided parts of myself, trying to learn cohesion. It's like living in one dimension while fully aware of your two or three other selves that are existing in a multiverse. And
Please, Jay. No comic book crap. This is real life. Layman terms, please.
okay, sorry. I just mean that, according to the world, I'm a hip hop loving thug who can't do any good. I'm a player who has such bomb pipe that all the bitches want him but can't seem to settle down. I'm a deadbeat dad, a baby daddy who carelessly squanders his seed while still fucking on his mama's titties. Metaphorically, of course. Hannah, people see these things in me before I open my mouth.
Okay, but people think I'm some sort of rich girl because I'm from Beverly Hills, that I'm made to be someone's trophy wife. I hate stereotypes too, Jay. We all have to deal with that. It's called life.
It's different.
How is that, Jay? Enlighten me. How are stereotypes of black people worse than stereotypes of other people?
She sat her head on her hands and waited, defiant in her stance, and fully prepared to disprove any of Jay's future arguments.
Well, first off, it's the fact that stereotypes of blacks come as misconceptions and stigmas placed on us from the same people who initiated and benefited from the transatlantic slave trade.
Oh my God, Jay. Really?
What?
Are you seriously gonna play the slavery card? Jesus, Jay. I thought you were better than that.
Let me finish, okay?
Fine, continue then.
Like I was saying, not only were many of these so-called stereotypes born from derogatory terms and misconceptions passed down generationally from pro-slavery social circles, there was also a disassociation of culture happening to the people in chains. The slaves wanted to be like the master. They wanted to fit in and be accepted. But only many years after being forced to do away with almost every lick of their original African traditions, languages, and customs.
Right. Black people were stolen by white people. I get it. It was horrible. But what does that have to do with us?
Let me finish, Hannah,
Sorry.
please.
Go ahead.
What I am getting at is the mystery behind the Black identity in this land, a diabolical genetic attack, as explained by Willie Lynch and perpetuated for over 200 years, manifested this. This opaque mist over our original sense of identity. Since then, we have been told who we are and we listen, despite the discord in our spirits.
You aren't in chains, Jerome. None of my family owned any slaves. We were too poor to own anything. Still, I am my own person. I make my own money. I don't let my past define me, and you shouldn't either.
She couldn't see the black trio shaking their head as she said,
You're not a slave. Jerome, there's no slaves anymore.
Except as a punishment for a crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Jerome replied, his father and mother insisted, that's so weird. You feel
I'm
that?
sorry. His father and mother insisted he learn the 13th Amendment in its totality. He only memorized it after his father died while in police custody.
What?
I just quoted the 13th Amendment. Slavery can exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
Well, whatever that means. I know that you are a free man. How does someone else's reality dictate your own?
Hannah, dire straits caused an entire people to diminish and destroy their natural, God-given spirits in order to survive a physical life of hellish turmoil. I'm a part of those people. It's no wonder we tend to live reckless, with a twisted desire to live and die at the same time. Sure, we want to see our families thrive, but it gets tiring facing the well-constructed system that is designed to fuck you in the ass every time you pass go and collect your $200, if you're lucky.
So, what you want something for nothing is what you're saying. Who do you think is fucking with you so much that you can't function in society like a normal person? That's just stupid, Jay. Come on.
A woman from the black trio behind them started to get up out of her seat. Her amber eyes, cat-like and fiery, flashed at the back of Hannah's head with a malice commonly known as angry black woman. Her friend stopped her and gave Jerome a look, offering fortitude and strength. This was his battle, but if he needed it, he had backup.
You have a well-paying job. You're in shape. You live in a house. You drive a decent enough car. Who's holding you back again? Have white people kept you from a nicer car or a bigger house?
The conversation I'm trying to have with you is one about life and death. You're making it about money and cars.
Isn't it always about money?
In a disparaging tone that sounded more like a disease than honey, she added.
Like, at the end of it all, you all want your 40 acres and a mule, right? Your reparations?
Jerome nodded his head as he replied coolly.
Okay, Hannah, riddle me this. Who are you?
Who am I? Why? I don't understand.
If I didn't know you and I asked you who you were, what would you say?
Well, I would tell you my name, my job, maybe where I'm from.
Exactly. Humans have been known to always refer back to their origins as a way of defining who and what they are. Where are your parents and their parents and their parents from? What land is the home of your ancestors?
Well, I'm a mutt. I'm part Italian, part Scottish, and part French. There's Italian and French on my mom's side, and my dad's family is Scottish.
No, you're American.
Excuse me?
I said you're American, Hannah.
Well, I'm a citizen, yeah. But I still have Italian, French, and Scottish in my family.
No, you don't.
Jerome was more stern now.
Jay, what are you talking about?
You're just American. You have nothing to do with Italians or the Scottish. Fuck quilts, bagpipes, and gondolas. You're definitely not French either. So that's out. You're just American now.
No, JC. My family.
What happened to the camera? It was getting good. Where's Jerome? Where's Jerome?
Jay, Bunny.
Hello? I think we might have to bring Desmond back on. Oh man, it was getting real good. Okay, let him fix his camera. Desmond, can you take it from here?
Yeah, what? Sorry, I was
Code
going
reads, but,
what page?
Page 31.
What line?
Um,
Or what line
after,
did Hannah just say?
wait, hold on. At the top of page 31. Jay, what are you talking about? You're just American. Let's just start from there.
Okay. You're just American. You have nothing to do with Italians or the Scottish. Fuck quilts, bagpipes, and gondolas. You're definitely not French either, so that's out. You're just American now.
No, JC. My family.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that anymore. I raped your mother. What a sweet lay she was. My friend Jody says the same thing. In fact, Jody says the pussy is just as sweet as your sister Stacy.
Stacy is 14, Jerome. Why are you talking like this?
And your dad, well, we lost him to the dogs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was too old to do any hard labor, so me and Jody bent that ass over and fucked him in front of your mom and sisters before feeding him to the hounds.
You're fucking disgusting. Stop it.
Fine. Let's discuss the matter of your name.
What's wrong with my name?
Hannah sounds too much like a home. Since you're mine now, I'm changing your name to Nayope.
What? You just can't change my name just like that.
Nayope, calm down, okay? Before I slap the shit out of you in front of all these people. I will embarrass you.
Excuse me?
Hannah began to turn red with anger.
Nayope, I did not stutter and I do not lie. I will fuck you up and and not in the same way you will enjoy. Now say your name so I know you understand.
My name is Hannah J.
Nyuppie, it's Nyuppie now. Nyuppie is your name. Now say your name.
Hannah said nothing, indignant and stunned by her friend's behavior.
Say your name.
After a few moments of silence, she leaned in and told him,
It's Hannah. My fucking name is Hannah motherfucking McLaurin.
Jerome slapped his fist on the table and pointed a strong, stern finger in her face and growled.
Nyuppie, I'm gonna ask you one fucking question. You better get it right. If you wanna go home with that pretty face intact, do you understand me?
Hannah jumped, her eyes wide in a sudden fear and confusion. Even the black trio sat deadly still. Other patrons began to watch from the edge of their seats as the live drama unfolded in an unexpected turn of events. Jerome glared at Hannah, unbridled anger boiling just past his eyes. He reached under the table and squeezed her knee until she winced. In a menacingly low whisper, he asked,
What is your name?
Afraid and a little embarrassed now, Hannah looked around to see people staring at them. Above the table, it looked like an intense argument between intimate lovers, a situation juicy enough to watch, but not alarming enough to interrupt. Her eyes started to water, but through her fear, Jerome could see his own unbridled anger. Through a clenched jaw, he muttered, sorry.
Nyuppie?
He released her and pushed down his anger, masterfully making it disappear as quickly as it had come. Jerome continued his meal as though nothing had happened, but Hannah, still reeling in disbelief, remained nervous at the range of his dispositions. She sat quietly, glaring at Jerome while he ate. Finally, she said,
You're crazy.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Too many people and systems have been telling black people who and what they are to fit their own molds for so long. Finding ourselves is like finding one star in an entire galaxy. I'm no different, Hannah. Dating me means taking that celestial journey with me, but you're in an entirely different world, a different galaxy. I've got so many voices in my head, so many influence, some generational, and others environmental. And it's so difficult to separate what's real, what's fake, what's been programmed, and what is actually truly me. Is my opinion or belief systems being manufactured by some invisible hand? Who am I if I have no land to define me? What does that make me? When the land on which I was born has taken my family, my roots from me.
Fuck you, Jay.
Hannah spewed as she stood up furious and breathing hard. She wiped the few tears that escaped and stormed off. And scene. that was a rough ride, y'all. It was good. Where did Pookie go? Pookie's still stuck in the elevator. But I wanted to talk to everybody, the cast. I know I'm pretty sure Solomon probably got a phone call or something that he had to take. But everybody did great reading. I know this was like a really tough story. It was a lot in here. So I just want to unpack. Okay.
I got some more tattoos while I was gone, right? And so he was doing the last one, and
Is that
so,
my
my bad. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to add to the element, but Pookie's here. What up, man?
Pookie's here, y'all. Pookie's here. So, like, Desmond, this was kind of a code read for you, right? So, did you understand who Pookie and Simba was to Jerome?
Yeah, I think the narrator. I was confused at first, but then I think like midway, the narrator like starts saying, their voices combine into one, and then it started to click for me because I was wondering why. I think the first character Julia wasn't responding to Simba's comments, but then once the narration said, "Oh, it's like they're all one," I was like, "Oh, okay, this makes sense." It's like having like I would say an angel and the devil on your shoulder, but I feel like, like it says in the script, like a nigga in the hotel. So it's yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving you that N word. because for me, because I'm trying to put, because he brought up, that's a word that I never say. And when I read the part and everything, I was like, okay, I'm going to step outside of myself and do this. You know what I mean? And so, yo, Brittany, bring yourself back. Yo, come back. Yo.
Nah, the camera is like, it's just freezing right now. I don't know what's going on.
So basically, I'm just, the N word and that stuff, and where it was relevant and everything. So I'm good with that.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Y'all both did a great job, actually. Yeah, because even
it was a trip. I called Shaquan today. I was like, maybe you should come over and we'd be in the elevator together. But then I realized how close we would have to be, and I'm hot flashing. So I was like, nah,
not today.
It was a trip part, and I'm freezing, so I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna come back. Well, because we still live. Like the more tattoo faces that just happened while we were doing it. Like because Shaquan said to me, I said, "Well, how many face tattoos should I have?" And she said, "Well, let the spirit lead you, right?" So my part was over. The spirit led me to keep putting stuff on my face. So I'm gonna be right back. Y'all keep talking.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, writing this. Hold on, Quan, you're saying something, but I can't hear you. Nope, still can't hear you. I see your mouth moving, but Desmond, can you hear her?
Not at all. We can't hear you. Hold on.
Are you muted somehow? Nope, still muted.
You're still muted. I think your microphone might not be plugged in, or it might be disconnected.
It's muted now. We're having a lot of weird technical difficulties today, y'all. We'll never have it be like this. For real, like the first two. The first two ones we did was great. And now we're having connection issues and all that good stuff. So I feel like low key we need to redo this. But I do want to. Oh, they want to bring Pookie back.
Bring me back, yo! No! Look! If we don't do this shit tomorrow, it ain't being done. I'm not doing this again. Okay? Look! Do you see? Look! Do you see?
Oh my gosh!
Okay, there's a gun. There's a knife. There's
West
some
Side.
There's a, you know what I'm saying? There's an anchor. This is my kill hand, right? And then I got the owl for the wiseness, right? And then that's my rock joint, right? And then Jesus is on my side. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what the rest say. All I know is this is done. So now here's my question, Brittany. Because here's the deal. I've done too much work to just go to. I'm gonna go to bed and whatever happens, happens. Like now, here's the deal. If I have a hot flash in the middle of the night and all these tattoos come off, then I'm not gonna do what you want me to do tomorrow, right? But here's what I do. But here's what I do have to do. I have to shop for one of my people, right? So should I go to the barn and shop for one of my people dressed like this, right? Dressed like this, right? Now this is I've been going through for 5 years, right? But I'm not gonna take nothing off. I'm gonna dress like this. I'm not even gonna put on my hazmat suit. I'm gonna go in there just like this, right? You think we can get some donations from some people? Like somebody bet me. Shaquan, did you go out and come back? Go out and come back, because we can't hear you. We don't hear you. Go out and come back. We don't hear you. And then Brittany will bring you back. Yeah. Go out and come back. Simba, we don't hear you. No. Yeah. So Brittany, real quick, put me on the screen by myself. So I'm gonna go out tomorrow. Wait, hold on. I need to fix something. Hold up. I need to fix something. I need to go because there's something wrong with my green screen. So half of my little part of my face is missing. So no, that's it.
Oh. There we go.
Okay, hold on. There it is. Okay. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So.
Okay, you got the floor.
All right. So So I'm gonna go out tomorrow, right? And I'm gonna go shopping in Vons, just like this.
That's gonna be hilarious.
And then okay, so well, we're gonna try to get people to go for like we gotta make it a reason for me to be out there looking like this. Like,
Just the reason is you going to do some filming. That's the reason.
okay, so what do you want me to film? Okay, so hold on, let me get a pen, and then I'm gonna get a pen because
it's gonna be we're gonna do a social experiment. We're gonna see how people treat you when
that's a great idea.
When you have a bunch of tattoos and you decide to dress like a guy.
Okay, so now, so from the top. Okay, so I'm gonna bring two. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on.
And I'm gonna give you my Instagram.
Hold on. So here's the deal. I need to bring two phones, right? Because I just wait. I need to bring two phones because I need a phone that's going to. So now I have more people on Facebook than Instagram, right? So I'm gonna have one phone. So when I walk it, does it start when I get in the car, like when I'm about to get out the car, and then because I don't want to stop at all that. So or do you want it once I get in the supermarket? Okay, how do you want me to do this?
So right before you go in, you be like, hey everybody, I'm about to go in to the store and I'm gonna be looking like this and it's gonna be like this. Let's see how people act.
Get out the car, okay? Then I'm gonna go in and then I'm gonna go in and do the normal stuff I do, and I'm gonna have the Facebook phone, right? The separate phone, right? That's gonna run the whole thing, right? So that's it. So do I need to have like a TikTok? Do I need to have TikTok on another phone or just do the Facebook phone?
No, do Facebook, but I'm gonna do like periodically. I want you to go on my Instagram and do like a reel or something.
So that's what I'm saying. I'll have two phones. So the second phone. So my main phone needs to go to Instagram, but it needs to be your Instagram page, right?
Yep.
Oh, and that's Queen.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. All right. So then I'm gonna shop and I'm gonna do what I do and I'm gonna just film it and it's live and it's gonna be unedited or whatever. That's gonna be it, right?
Yep.
Now, so here's the question: will you'll be able to share it to Facebook? Okay, so wife beater, the khaki pants. Hold on, let's see.
Everything you got on.
Everything I got.
We're gonna see it all tomorrow. You're gonna do a live takeover on my Instagram. You're gonna be on your Facebook. We're gonna do a whole social experiment, putting Pookie out into the wild social life of real life. Okay,
so here's the deal. I'll do it, but you gotta do all the connection shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to produce and, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be hard for me to have to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to go on Facebook Live or Instagram Live or you know.
That's all you got to do.
And you do the rest.
I mean, we're going to talk about it because we're still live. But
so this is it. So, and do I need to add any more tattoos? Do I need a tattoo right here? I feel like that's
only the Lord move you that way.
I feel like that's
how this came about in the first place.
Yeah, this is Shaquan's fault. That's Shaquan. Do I just do the gun tattoo?
I blame Hannah. I blame Hannah McLaren for
No. It wasn't Hannah. It wasn't Hannah. It was Shaquan. Hannah didn't say, let the spirit move you. Shaquan said, yo, let the spirit move you, TT.
That's what happened. Let spirit lead you. Hannah.
Oh, well, you know what? I want to talk to Simon real quick now that he's back.
Hey, Simon.
You did. I really like him as Jerome. He just be pulling off that sarcasm like perfect. So I know you've read the story before, but like, tell me, like, in this experience reading live, I know you said it was hard, but like, what was your overall experience, like reading the material, like doing the voiceover?
It was definitely different because it was fun both times, but I remember last time was fun because I was switching from Simba to the other dude and.
Yeah,
it was a trip, and it's like the whole time dude was doing Simba, I'm trying to remember how did my voice for Simba sound. But I mean, I think it's really well written. I think the way it plays out, you definitely got to be on top as the narrator, because it's like the narrator plays a part in almost everybody's little micro story.
Yeah.
Like as I was reading, like your part that was yours popped up. You know what I mean? You were
And I was like trying to like silence.
You were like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, oh.
I'm like, whoops.
But
like, it was
I mean, I think it's dope, and it was fun with everybody doing their part and letting it play out. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, Kwani, you did great.
Thank you.
Pulling that Valley Girl out as because in the character description, Julia Ginsburg, the boss, is described as the typical Karen, and Hannah is the typical like IG model, like Becky type of girl. And so, you know, I appreciate the wig change. That was super dope. And you know, I just was like, when I wrote it, I was really trying to figure out how to capture, you know, the experience of growing up in the hood and still experiencing gentrification and still being Black. And as a woman, I don't really know what the Black male experience is. And so my question to, you know, Desmond and Solomon is like, do you think that anything that was written in this story as a man you could relate to?
I mean, I can relate. I have yet to have that whole go out with a white girl and sit down and have a talk like that. I mean, I pray it would never be that fucking awkward.
I would hope you wouldn't pull a Kunta Kinte.
I pray she didn't talk so politically correct. White. That was like, you were spot on, Clueless. Like spot on the movie. I mean the movie Clueless. Like, you know, they had that like and that whole valley swagger down. But it's a lot of relatable points, you know, throughout the whole thing, I think. Especially considering it's like the multitude of characters. It's like regardless of what brother you are, you can relate to one of the brothers represented. Whether it's Simba, Pookie, or Jerome, or the narrator. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it takes you on a trip.
Cool. What about you, Desmond?
Yeah, I agree, and I second that. You know, I've been to a white university, a PWI, and it's that they talk like this, like on and on.
right.
Like they talk like this. Like they, you know, not all of the white girls do, but like there's a good.
It's a fair share for you to get where they derive the culture from.
Exactly, and you know they're using daddy's money to like get through the university and pay their tuition and for their books and food and everything. So I think what I really appreciated about this specifically was really at the end where like he had to break it down for her, and because you know I feel like, you know, as a Black man who's been in white spaces and has had to tolerate white rhetoric and white ways of thinking, they really do think like this. Like it's like, oh, I don't see color, you know, we're all people, it's the human race, and it's this whole like BS of like you don't understand the contextual situation that, you know, Black people, African people have been put in, and they really don't understand all the ways and modes in which their culture has dominated and oppressed us, not only with just race, but also with like patriarchy, with classism, with religion. Like all of the facets of their culture have really done a number on us. And I think you wrote supremely well where Jerome is like trying to say like, yo, like I got to figure out who I am at the end of the day, and me being with you doesn't help me do that.
Right. Doesn't help.
And I think
it's way too much to explain while I'm reading my own book.
Yeah. and
like, hey, I'm reading and writing my own shit. You want me to explain all them? Why I'm going out with you?
Right.
I think a lot of I'll say this because, you know, I follow some YouTubers too who are Black women, and they have there's this whole rhetoric of like Black women just get you a white man and be good and you're secure in it. And I'm seeing it, and a lot of Black women agree with these YouTubers, and I'm like, wow, like we really have to like. I think things like this are really much needed, where we really.
It is. I think stuff like that is definitely needed.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like you kind of you need stories like this in order to cut on the light on those narratives. You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of people, like my sister. Just using my sister. My sister is like when I was reading that whole thing about Jerome liking what he likes, and he was saying how he like. Well, like my sister, she liked white boys, and she been that way for a really long. She never ever really ever stopped to question why. You know what I mean? She kind of just, I don't know. I like white boys, and it's like when you bring up brothers, she's like, I don't know, because brothers, and it's like, yo, you used to be able to say that, and you'll be like dot and have a sentence to recollect when you went out with a brother, and you could compare notes. But it's like you got years of all of them white boys. You strung them all together, and you still got bad experience. So it's like, what you really saying about niggas? You don't really know no more.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a conversation. Like, I wanted to create and also read stories where people could actually be like, dang, like I never thought about it like that. Is Pookie trying to poke Desmond in the ear? What's going on?
Oh my god.
Pookie got issues.
Oh, it's the crack. My bad. It's the crack.
Pookie past Pookie bedtime. So let's figure out how I can interrupt once again so I go to sleep. Because here's the deal. If you want me to do what you want me to do, I gotta go. Okay?
All right, so look, let's decide right now. Let's decide. We had a lot of technical difficulties.
I'm not no.
So tomorrow, do y'all want to try this again?
What time?
We gonna let's figure this out. So before we get into our scheduling, y'all, we ain't gonna hold y'all, the people that's watching live and supporting. We are gonna cut this down to some of the best parts and put it up. But thank you for everybody that's watching either on YouTube or Facebook Live. I am Queen X. You can't see me right now because my computer's overheating and my camera freezes. But I am Queen S. This is XXX Storytime with me and friends. Every time we go live, it's going to be on a Friday at 7. We're going to have another author read her story, hopefully very soon. And if not, you'll see me reading some Eric Jerome Dickey from the book Genevieve. Ooh, it's going to get steamy again. So we're going to let you guys go. Are there any final words?
Hold up. If you do this tomorrow, because I'm gonna do whatever we're gonna do live right at the supermarket. If you're guaranteeing that you're gonna do this tomorrow, I won't take this off unless it sweats off when I'm out in the street doing what I'm gonna do when I take over your Instagram. I'm willing to do it again tomorrow, but it gotta be, old people's time.
Most def. We'll talk about that offline. Anybody else have anything else that they want to promote before we close out?
SSDMBC
projects.
High price artwork. The channel. Yes. The book is coming. It's a lot of work in this damn book, but it's coming.
It's coming.
Have I seen you at the Poetry Lounge?
Yeah.
Yes.
The poet.
Familiar.
Saint Germain.
That's me. Cassandra, you said you have your new brand. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right, that's it. I'm an SSDMPC. I'm a single, straight, dyslexic, menopausal pothead cougar, and I'm coming to you on Netflix, YouTube, and a whole bunch of other channels in a little while. Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, Desmond, did you have any projects that you wanted to highlight before we go?
Yeah, one of my short films is screening at the Hip Hop Film Festival in New York in next week, actually next Friday or next Thursday or Friday.
Good.
So yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's called Beaten But Not Broken. It's an action film where Black people actually beat up the police. Yay!
That's what's up. We need more film.
I need to see that right now.
Black people.
This man is telling the real story.
That's right, Desmond.
Hey,
thank you, guys.
I gotta see that.
Yeah,
we
it's,
gotta figure out how to make that a full length film.
yeah. No,
Full length police ass whoopings.
I want to turn it into a web series, but you know, money to do action stuff is very
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah, for you. Especially when
But
you
yeah,
low budget. When you doing everything out of pocket and guerrilla style and everything. Hell yeah, it costs a
well,
lot.
I actually got a stunt guy, like professional stunt guys, to like do the work, and like even the police officers were stunt guys. And so
that's
to
legit.
do it all legit, like it was fun, but it was a hard, hot day. It's been in a few other festivals, and yeah, it's screening at the Hip Hop Film Festival next Thursday.
Congratulations.
So if you go to the website and look at the schedule, it'll be up there. And yeah, that's my most recent project.
Awesome. Well, everybody, as you guys can see, is doing a lot of great stuff. We got poets performing locally. We got filmmakers on here that have nationwide things happening. We got a comedian over here doing her thing. We got book writers. We got everybody out here doing XXX story time. And if you guys want to participate, just go ahead and hit me on Instagram at Queen X Literature. That's Queen EX Literature. And with that, it's Audi 5000.
Too legit.